Hey, what's going on there, social media world? I apologize for not being live last night, although I was live on Facebook. And I want to let everybody know I really appreciate you taking the time to log on real quick and get on and check out my buddy Grayson Little. Killed it last night. It was his first time doing the same thing that I did the first night of the Jack and Cokes. It's only going to get better. The songs are going to get better, and you're going to want to stay on for the whole thing of it. So here's the deal. What I'm doing tonight, I'm just gonna do a mimosa. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'm really feeling it tonight, so I'm just gonna do a mimosa. We'll see how this goes. See if I can get it open without breaking a light or something. We'll see what happens. But so you got some champagne here. Actually, I think this is Prosecco. And honestly, I apologize because I really don't know the difference. But the wife likes this, so this is what we buy. You ready? Here it comes. Oh, it's her favorite sound. So, oh, little bubbles, little bubbles, little bubbles. Here we go. Little champagne. A little bit of spillage because you got to have that. We're gonna wait for the bubbles or whatever that stuff is. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna add a little bit of orange juice to it. There we go. I appreciate you guys watching. You have a great night. Are you kidding me? That's not how I roll. Come on now. We're going to turn this up a little bit. We're going to wipe the counter off. So here's what we got going tonight. I'm going to teach you a little bit about cooking. I'm going to teach you about a couple of fundamentals, things that go on. I'm doing a corned beef hash. I smoked the corned beef earlier in the weekend. Actually, it was over the weekend. Smoked the corned beef. We had an amazing dinner. I made corned beef sandwiches about that thick. That was awesome. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm using what's left over in the kitchen to get rid of because you can't go to the store, you can't go outside, you can't buy anything. I found some toilet paper today. I fought a lady and got a roll from her, so it was pretty cool. But let me get rid of that. So what we're gonna do tonight, teach you some fundamentals. Cutting board. Key thing with a cutting board. You want to keep your cutting board from sliding on the counter. Wet paper towel. Cutting board will not move. So come on over here, videographer. So I've already done some prep for this. I prepped all the potatoes. I cubed a bunch of potatoes for the corned beef hash. And then over here to the left a little bit, I got some corned beef. So I got about 2.5 cups of potatoes, salt, pepper, oregano, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter. As soon as those, sorry, that champagne's giving me the whoo-hoo. I don't drink champagne, I don't really like champagne. Then once these start to get that little potato crisp on them a little bit, we're gonna throw the corned beef. Since the corned beef is already cooked, all we're gonna do is warm it. The corned beef was smoked for about 4.5 hours, focusing on salt and pepper. So fresh cracked pepper with some really good sea salt. The big thing with corned beef, when you open it up, you really got to wash it really good. You got to wash all those juices off of it before you marinate it like that. So we're going to let the potatoes keep going. I'm going to show you how real quick a great way to cut a potato for something like that that's a cube. So the key is a good knife, actually a great knife. And I want to thank the Stave brothers in Connecticut with Ergo Chef. This is the Ergo Chef Pro Series that I'm using. I think I've had this actual knife for about 15 years. I do have another one that's actually kind of my baby. This is the one that I did on the road show. This is a 10-inch chef's knife. I love this knife. This one's my baby. I want to show you something. So everybody, you know, you get the teeter-totter and the roll of a potato. So pick the flat side of the potato that's the long side. And go ahead and cut that off. You can still use it, it's still good to use, but now your potato's flat. Now you're gonna come through it and you're gonna start chopping away. You're gonna get after it. So we're gonna do the whole cube thing like I just did over there with the potatoes. Put it all together, come through it, slide it through, slide it through, slide it through, slide it through, slide it through. Rotate it. Super fast, cubed potatoes. By the way, a sharp knife is the only knife to use. Do not use a dull knife. A dull knife you will get cut by. Another thing, wash your knife off. A good knife never goes in the dishwasher, and it never goes in the bottom of the sink. That's how other people get cut. All right, so we're gonna wait a little bit here now, and we're gonna let the potatoes finish up before I do the rest of the evening that's going on. Let's get that machete out of the way. So, on to 3 more mimosas. This is gonna be a good time here, guys. If I remember how it all goes, we'll figure it out. Okay, the glasses. So here's what we got. So the first one we're gonna do real quick, and I washed all these vegetables. Make sure you wash your vegetables and your fruits. You don't wanna have them have the, I don't know what that thing is we got going on right now, but it's kind of irritating. So I'm gonna take a couple blackberries that I've already washed. I'm gonna add a little bit of champagne. We're gonna let that settle down a little bit. We're gonna muddle it a little bit. Kind of try to, I didn't practice this, so my blackberries are not really working with me here. So we'll finesse them, we'll finagle them. Mint, blackberries, and a little bit of champagne. So we're gonna take this. This ought to be fun. I'm gonna make a mess here. We're gonna drop these right into the bottom of the glass. We gotta stir it up so we can get it all to come out. There we go. Let's go ahead and get a couple more pieces of mint in here. Are you guys all having fun? Great. Pause it right now and go get yourself a drink because there's more to come here. So now we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more champagne. Oh, we're gonna blow over a little bit, whatever. It's a granite countertop, I don't care. It'll be fun. So we're gonna let that one settle down until we put a little bit, oh, she's settling. Let's let her settle. Come on. Now we're gonna let her settle a little bit more. Let's get rid of the blackberries. This next one's really cool. So I was fortunate enough a long time ago, gosh, it's been almost 15 years now, that when Palm came out, I was associated with some people that are associated with some people that were bringing this to the market before it was big. Now you can get it everywhere, and it's awesome. Love Palm. So here's the next one. Oh, gonna have to grab a spoon here. My bad. By the way, I did wash my hands. I washed my hands like 40 times today. I have numbers and things coming up from high school on my hands. I don't know what the deal is. But. So we're gonna put a little scoop of pomegranate seeds in here. Right there in the bottom, we get rid of that. And then we're gonna open up this palm juice. We're gonna put a little palm juice in the bottom here, a little layer. I wonder what this would be like with vodka. Oh, probably really good. So we're gonna add a little bit of champagne. So that pomegranate juice is really, really good. Really, really good. All right, let's get a little more in here. So now we got the blackberry, we got the mint. And then we're gonna garnish it with a piece of mint. So we're done there. I would fill it to the top, but I don't know if I'm having enough champagne to finish the rest of them. So we got pomegranate here. Got that going on, that's a good time. Look at that. So we've got the pomegranate, palm juice, champagne, a little rosemary. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. I gotta bring the cutting board back. I'm gonna wipe the counter off real quick because I made a mess because it overboard. It is what it is. I only got like 90 cutting boards in here. Let's go ahead and we'll get after this. Grab a knife, wipe it off. So the guys at Ergo Chef are awesome too. So they have this for their knives, all of their knives. They have a kind of a deburr on one side and a honer on the other side. So before I use my knives every time, I hit the deburr, and you can feel when it's not sharp because you'll get a little drag. Then I have the honer that just makes it a razor blade. Remember, sharp knives only and good knives. 15 years I've been using this. So, all right, let's jump into the next one we have. And we're going to do a, well, you'll see in a minute. So just doing some little strawberry chunks, some kind of cubes pieces. Take these, we're gonna drop them in the bottom of the glass. Well, most of them. We'll just pour champagne over the top of that one, we'll be fine. I do need to do something real quick because we do have the corned beef in the hash. So I'm gonna crank the heat up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and dump about 2.5 to 3 cups worth of corned beef in here. We'll let that go. And then I got a pan back here on the back side and we're gonna do a couple eggs. Roll through it. I'm just gonna do a little drop of olive oil so I'm able to slide the eggs around a little bit. We'll let that get warm while we finish up the last of this other mimosa. So we got strawberries. You know what? Sometimes you gotta dump a little bit out so you can actually get it to shake. I don't drink grapefruit juice, so I'm having nothing to do with this one. So I just don't understand why anybody drinks this stuff. Little grapefruit juice. Little champagne. I'm gonna have some left, so let's top this one off. Let's top this one off. And back here. So another thing that I want to teach you real quick is you see all the chefs and all that stuff. I'm not going to light anything on fire, so we're good because this vent system blows into the ceiling for some reason. I won't light the ceiling on fire. But you see everybody flipping stuff. So when I teach you how to flip, the key to flipping is loading the back side of the pan. Tossing things on top of themselves. So we'll let that keep rolling. We got the heat going on. We'll go from here. Some eggs. We'll get them rolling. We'll use a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, now we're moving. Beautiful. We'll get those to set up real quick. We'll top off these mimosas real quick. I apologize, I kind of missed on the egg thing. So this is a strawberry grapefruit mimosa with a sprig of thyme. I mean, because it's a good time. We're all having a good time, right? So beautiful. So we've got a blackberry mint muddled a little bit in champagne with a mint sprig. We've got a pomegranate seed, pomegranate juice from palm with a rosemary sprig. We've got chopped up strawberries with grapefruit juice, champagne, and a rosemary sprig. Excuse me, thyme sprig, screw that up. By the way, nobody caught the other night when I said we needed ounces, but I said we needed cups. So go ahead and add that 2.5 cups of vodka to your espresso martini. I apologize for that. You know, this is new to this world. But no, the key, we'll come back while I'm getting my eggs going here. The key to a knife is finding one that you like, one that you're comfortable with, and spend a lot of time with it. I had a friend that really got me into the cooking world. I'm sure you all know who he is. Would not let me cook for months. Handed me a knife, and it may have been this knife that he handed me. And that's all that I did was cut stuff. All I did was prep stuff. Because if you can't prep your food, you can't cook your food. So we're getting close here. And we'll Got a little stick spot. The eggs aren't coming out quite as nice as I'd like them to, but we'll work with it. So here's where we're at. Got a nice little corned beef hash going on here. And by the way, I don't know if I talked about the potatoes. When I put the potatoes on, a little olive oil, a little butter in the pan. Some sea salt. Sea salt's key. Your salt is a key piece. Doesn't take a lot to make it happen. Fresh cracked black pepper and a little bit of thyme is what I put on the potatoes. So let's go ahead and we'll do it in a cool little fun bowl. We'll start putting this together real quick. You can see if you come over here with the camera here, you can see the potatoes are starting to get a little bit of brownness to them. They're starting to get that little bit of a crunch to them that you want. So everything in here is working perfect. The eggs are coming together. They're not really gonna work with me, but it is what it is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take some of this corned beef hash. We're gonna put it in this bowl here. And your portions of potatoes to corned beef is really your choice. My corned beef wasn't big enough. I made a little bit too much potato, so it's gonna be a little bit potato heavy, but it's okay. You know, it's still gonna be great. Just a little bit of cheese across the top of this scalding hot food. Let's turn the burner down because we're gonna eat here tonight. We're gonna let this go. Oh. All right, we're gonna let that go for one more second. I'm gonna grab a special treat for you out of the refrigerator because I think this is the key piece. And I want to talk to you about this a little bit here in a minute. So eggs are getting finished up. A couple sunny side eggs right across the top of it. Oh, look at that. And I'm not really sure which Louisiana hot sauce you use, but as far as I'm concerned, Cristal is the only hot sauce to use. I don't care what you're doing. You're doing wings, you're doing a corned beef hash with eggs, you're having, I don't know what else. I was gonna say pizza, but I kind of like ranch on my pizza. But here we're gonna go. Just a little drizzle of hot sauce on there. Obviously you saw me salt and pepper my eggs. Let's grab a fork here. Let's see where we're at with this. Let's see where we're at with this. The key here with the sunny side up eggs is to kind of get that yolk to run a little bit. Get it to be part of your corned beef hash. We'll cut the top of that off. We're gonna get after it. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Wow. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try things. I always say this. If you screw something up, that's why they make pizza in Chinese. So, you know, you can always order in. And right now, that's all we can do. So I'm going to finish the knife off. Finish it with the golden ointment. You all have a great night. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too long. Stay healthy, and we'll see what tomorrow night brings. Love y'all.